Howdy, howdy. Uh, ooh, that's a big cluster of Zeds right there. FM Mag. Ruffles, let's go. In the moment, I don't need 14mm. That's when I start finding them. Jeez. I have to admit, the Gut Stitcher is pretty fun. The almost crit thing will help me if ever I do get to critical. That's pretty cool. Holy macaroni and cheese! Alright, they don't explode. I forgot about that. You should really change the chat log for Streamlabs OBS. That's kind of annoying how it's only showing the top chat, which means I can't see everything. Kind of weird. I think I've looted the spot already, right? Yeah, I did. Nothing here, nothing there. Okay. I think we've looted the spot. Having a lot of fun with the Gut Stitcher, though. It's cheap, too. Pretty cool. I saw, like, the damage table on the Gut Stitcher. Apparently, it's the same amount of DPS with, they call this the X-Dust minigun, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. And it's much cheaper to maintain as well, so I'm kind of using this for that very reason. Not that I have anything to save. Like, my goal in this game is literally just to loot and immerse myself. So there's that. Oh, shoot. That's a zombie. Need to yap for a bit. Energy cell. Full. Jeez. I have to admit, playing on this type of brightness has made the game significantly more immersive compared to just like putting the brightness all the way up. It's pretty chill. So there's that, of course, which I'm pretty happy about. Ooh, just got hit there. 2.4K. Loot this over here. What are the odds of us finding? We need that streamer buff right now. Let's try to manifest to the Dead Frontier Overlords that we might loot something pretty good. Doggo. Gauge. Some 9mm. 3.4K, don't need that. Also, I'm pretty happy because I finally got the next implant slot. I'm pretty excited for the final implant slot. It's kind of far away, but since we're playing this every day, I think we can naturally get to 415, right? Or at least level 400. We can get there in a natural way. Not necessarily grinding, just playing the game, you know? And that type of stuff. Gasoline is in order. I haven't tried the clan machines, though. I don't really know how the clan machines work. I'm kind of curious about... Like, I don't want to leave my clan, but I want to know what it feels like to manage the clan machine. Seems like a very cool thing to do. Oh. Shout out to my clan, by the way. Definitely, I find grooting to be more satisfying than grinding. Plus, GZ is great. XP rate. Yeah. Exactly, exactly. Natural way to go, guys. Ground zero. Yes. I thank you for clarifying that. I was kind of worried that I didn't understand GZ. I was like, the first thing that came to my head was like gut stitcher, and then I was like, wait. Stitcher is S, not Z. But yeah, thanks for the clarification. At least I know. I was a bit trippy. I was a bit wrong on the definition. It kind of reminds me in Dead Frontier 2, where I don't even understand the LSS or the DSS, like right double door or something along those lines. It still confuses me until now. I've been playing both games, but I still get confused with the terminology of both games. It's gonna... as what my other friend said, I have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't really process things properly. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I have to admit though, this is just an honest opinion. I feel like the dual Broncos is more useful for bossing, and the Gut Stitcher is like better for grinding. I don't know. That's how I see it. Because I've never... It's very satisfying to use the Gut Stitcher for grooting. This 9mm. I recently saw an account. Shout out to this guy. I don't know if I should... Oh no, almost got hit there. But I saw an account on Dead Frontier that literally has I forgot the name, but I saw it in one of the DF profilers because I accidentally looked him up. Now you might be asking, how do you accidentally look someone up? Well, I searched the wrong name. That's what happened. And I saw that he had like ghost ammunition for all types of ammo. And I was like, damn, bro. That's insane. You have GA for all types of weapons. That's so cool. I don't know, man. I feel like, is ghost ammo even worth it nowadays? That's kind of like the question I'm asking myself. Sounds like a mercher. Yeah. I like how even in the Dead Frontier universe, business still like guarantees you the best gear compared to just, having an honest man's hustle. It's kind of funny. Think about it. Like even in the Dead or the Apocalypse, the business still prevails. That type of thing. The bargaining, the trading. Okay, kill this guy. Also, this is a bit of a weird take, but I actually am selling my Omnidrive implant. Primarily because I don't really need the full dexterity anymore, because 45% dexterity is pretty good for me already. And the thing about that is there's already the supply officer, which kind of just... I mean, it makes everything better, don't get me wrong, but like... with the supply officer being a thing, I don't really find a need to have maximum dexterity anymore. I could just like max it out through the supply officer in general. Oh, I almost got hit there. This guy's spinning in circles. All right, man. Are there mobs here? Oh, no, the aggro's not aggroing. Oh, shoot. Okay, I did not see that. That was like was way too close even for my liking. Oh, there is a boss. I was tripping this entire time. I think we can clear this. But we'll probably be wasting a crap ton of ammo, though. That's kind of the thing. How do we lead them off the thing? Do we? All right, let's try to hug the wall. Yeah, there we go. There's the spawn we're looking for. Imagine us dying a horrible death here. These things explode, right? I actually forgot. Oh, almost got hit there again. I'm surprised, oh yeah, the reason why I bought the Gut Stitcher is because I saw like the DPS of it. It kind of equals the X-Dusk minigun, which is kind of crazy how a submachine gun has more, or at least has an equal footing with the X-Dusk minigun. That's insane. Oh, almost got hit there. All right, I forgot these things don't explode with this. My bad. That's fine. How many of these spawn though? I thought there were like 5 of them. Ah, there you go. There's a third one. Let's try to clear the mobs here. It's like a stun lock meta. Hitting the man who has to deal with the FPS drop there. That's one thing you can do with a grenade launcher, by the way. If you have like enough attack speed with the grenade launcher, you can just stun lock them. I mean, who needs the Arc Tesla? I mean, the Arc Tesla, don't get me wrong, that's a pretty satisfying weapon. But like, you know, there's some level of skill to shooting the grenade launcher. All right, Mastercrafted. I think this is the last one. Yep. All right, we got the loot that we needed. Got this loot here. Back to our pistol for a bit. Nice. Okay, we found some ammo. That's pretty cool. .9K. A Desert Fox. Some whiskey. Did we loot this already, or... Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. Our loot tables are not really looting right now. I felt like when I sold the Omnidrive implant... Well, oh, no, not really sold. More like selling it. My loots have been depleting. They're not as consistent anymore. Maybe the Omnidrive implant was the lucky charm we had. Maybe I shouldn't sell it. I don't know. Also, I recently did a stat reset on my character. I placed all my points in survival. Now, some of you might say that's a pretty useless stat, but I wanted to test the aggro because back in my other account, no, not other account, back in my previous character, I've noticed that the aggro was pretty consistent. And for those who don't know, if you upgrade survival, it actually lessens the chances you have to access aggro. I'm kind of like testing the waters here. I'm trying to Groot. I'm trying to see how often the aggro kind of builds up. Come to think of it, I probably should have just equipped the shotgun. That would have made more sense to test out the aggro theory. Ah, what is happening to my tongue? It's kind of spinning. 2.5k. More dried truffles. Okay, and I don't think we can find anything here anymore. Biomass. Okay. You're probably gonna... Okay, they didn't run towards me. That's fine. Oh. Almost equipped the wrong weapon there. This weapon is a beast, dude. Very cool. More wooden planks. I wish you could spend stat points and save others for later. It would make such testing easier. Oh my god. Wait, you're actually right, Repair. That would be more convenient now, actually. Like, you could save the stats. At least you can, like... Yeah, that's a great idea. They should implement that for new players. That's a great idea, Repair. At least, like, testing, like, stats in general would be... That's very convenient for new players. That's cool. I thought the stat reset would fix that, but considering that not everyone reads into it, so they're probably going to waste their first stat reset without realizing it. But yeah, like, that is a good idea. They should really implement that. You should put that in the ideas section. Like, you get to spend your character points later. Or, you know, that type of thing. That's very convenient for new players. I like that. It will also prevent stats from being wasted in games with that option. I only spend mandatory stats for equipment and dump all into one stat. Yeah, man. Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like one of the reasons why it's hard for new players to get this game is number one, I've mentioned this before, the tutorial section is kind of lackluster and no one really reads. I get that it's an old school MMO, but the system of how the game is generally introduced, like, my friend doesn't like reading. Okay, my friend doesn't like reading. And the first thing that I had to teach him was to find the inner city section because he didn't know how to launch the game properly. Because no one reads, right? Yeah, early game is very unforgiving. And another thing, you know what would be great? If you hover over the stats, it will tell you what those stats do. Like, you don't have to go to the wiki. Like, for example, you see like in the level section, you hover over dexterity and it kind of explains what dexterity does. That would be a great quality of life improvement, to be honest. Like, you hover over the stat and it explains it without necessarily going to the wiki. Like, they should literally program it. Like, if you hover over the stat, you can see the wiki explanation for it. Or at least just a simple explanation, you know? Because not everyone really knows what critical strike or endurance. They don't really understand what those things do. You have to look it up themselves. And there are a lot of tutorials that lack that. It would be nice of a quality of life change. I think the intent was mystery, but things have been made public over the years. Yeah. I feel like the mystery is kind of no longer a mystery. Like, there's only so much you can do. like I said, it's not our generation anymore. So we should cater to the new generation rather than, kind of be like stuck in an echo chamber of just, like keeping the old fan base afloat. Like for me, it's just not the long term thing. It's not the long term thing. In today's gaming world, everything is wiki based, not guides, but all available. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree with that. Also, I hope that they implement different stat tables for different buildings, not just areas, because I know that Dead Frontier 2 has that. Like, if you didn't know, in Dead Frontier 2, if you loot the hospital, you tend to find more meds. If you loot the police station, you find more weapons. Um, I don't know how they're gonna implement that, but a different loot pool per building or per area would be pretty cool. Like, not just raise the chances of you finding something. You kind of just there's a different loot table for every structure, if that makes sense. That would be cool. But yeah, yeah, that's very intuitive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just realized that we are not on multiplayer mode. Sorry about that. Uh, I don't like playing this. Like I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again. It wouldn't be an MMO without multiplayer. Like, like I made a video that I had to go to single player the first time I came to Death Row because everything felt scarier. But at the same time, it's kind of like I reverted to my multiplayer ways. That's pretty much it. There's no other way to explain it. It's just more fun though, It's fun to play with desync. Like trust me when I say this, once the multiplayer gets patched, we're gonna miss the desync at some point. PvP would go crazy though. PvP without the desync would be insane. Like you don't have to lead your shots as often. You can just you actually need to aim now off the screen, which is pretty cool. All right, that's our last loot. Sorry about the voice crack there. Okay, we didn't get hit once. Or maybe I just healed up. I just forgot. The end of Immortal Zombies. Yeah. Okay, so this is a bit I've said this before as well. Like Immortal Zombies kind of make it funny because if you can like create your own happiness when playing this game, you can just imagine that the immortal zombies are is basically your character panicking. That's why the zombies are not dying because they're just shooting them in the body and they're like, oh no, I can't kill the zombie because I'm panicking, which kind of makes it funny. Like for example, this one, it's an immortal zombie, right? You see that immortal zombie and then you keep like shooting at it. It's like I like to imagine that it's just my character missing his shots to the body, and I like to imagine that headshots are like the critical hits. So it's kind of funny if I think about it that way. Oh my god. Okay, this one though. I think we've gotten everything right. Uh, there's one more zombie. Okay, there we go. We're back to the outpost. Give me a moment. Just hopped into a Discord call. My bad. Okay. So frick. What exactly is the complete storage in this game? I'm actually curious. Like, how many slots can you... I know there are 10 right now, but what's like the complete? Is it 20? I actually don't know. Okay, that's 2.5 mil. Let's buy some more ammunition while we're at it. It's more than you have. There was someone, I think it was Old Gamer, who joined the stream like yesterday. Basically just mentioned that what's my goal in Dead Frontier? Because his goal was to fill up the storage slots. So it's a great goal. I was just wondering how far it goes because he said like you can complete it, but I never really followed up on the question. Do we have a good... Oh, this is good. Do we have any fat stacks we could use? Ooh, this is a fat. I feel like I'm gonna waste money by doing this, but no, why not? Why not? We're here for the fat stacks. I mean, we can easily make 200k, so might as well just buy it. Oh, right, I forgot to buy a barricading kit. 48k, not bad. Give me a moment here. I've got a clanmate that almost filled up their collection book. Speaking of which, they changed the cost to withdraw from to 15k or 0. Yeah, I heard that if it's non-transferable, it would be free. But if it's transferable, it's 15k. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that. I thought it would be higher, to be honest. But at least I know it's like 15k. Oh, shoot. I'm excited for the notice board. I know that Clayton is planning to implement the notice board again, which is kind of like a reroll for your quests. That would be cool, though. It would take a lot of work, but imagine if quests in general were kind of like a consistent thing in this game. Like they reset maybe every 6 hours. That would give incentive for players to do more things. You know, besides just doing the daily quests in general. I feel like leveling would be a breeze. But it's already a breeze, don't get me wrong. It's just interesting to me how you know, there's more things to do every 6 hours or so, rather than just, you know, do the usual boss hunts and loot. So there's that, of course, right? Energy cell. Oh, how did he not die? All right, desync. Nails. What else can we do here? Neros. Neros. I wonder how they came up with the Nero name. Is that like a real drug? I feel like it's not a real drug. It's kind of cool. It kind of rolls around the tongue, depending on where you're from. You know, Neurotonin. No, I'm gonna look that up. I actually don't know if that's a real drug. Not sure. Oh, there we go. That guy's dead. Oh, desync problems. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Is the mob still mobbing here? I feel like the cycle's over, right? Has to be over. Whoa there, sir. A little too close to my liking. Little too close. Kill this. Red truffles. Ooh, Mastercrafted Rex. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, chill, sir. Chill. Chill, man. Chill. Relax, bro. Relax for a bit. By the way, to the person who I bought the big fat stack of 0.55 to, hope you're happy, man. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. You just got 200k from the marketplace. Oh, okay. I thought I got something great. It was just a blue item. My bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Go to bed. I noticed that no zombies actually spawn in this area of the house, which is kind of weird. You would think that zombies would spawn in the bedroom for some fancy schmancy stuff. You know, those naughty stuff, you know? Apparently the mobs are still not the thing. Apparently the mobs are still there. Okay. Man. You know what would cure a stutter? Rapping. I learned that from Ed Sheeran, if you guys didn't know. Because Ed Sheeran used to have like this stutter. And then what he'd do to kind of prevent the stutter is he'd rap. He'd rap a lot. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do some tongue twisters. I don't know what happened to me. I kind of keep stuttering nowadays. Like, even in normal, everyday conversations, I stutter a lot. Oh, oopsie. My bad. I'm surprised those zombies haven't spat on me so far. Oh, more dry truffles. Nice. What else can we do here? I have to admit, I haven't met aggro yet so far. Neurotonin treats nervous pain. Serotonin is a feel-good chemical. Neurotonin is a series of artificial nanoviruses engineered by a pharmaceutical company, Secrenum as a cure for cancer. Ooh, that's cool. Reminds me of the Umbrella Corp. You know, or Killing Floor 2, you know, when they were trying to make superhumans. No, actually, that's a bad analogy. That's a bad analogy. It's in its own lane. So they were trying to cure cancer, and then this happened. Cool. Maybe that shows kind of like that would make sense though. Like you try to make a superhuman, and then that happens. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you guys watch The Boys? Just mention the other two because they're spelled similar. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm not really sure. Do you guys watch the Boys series by any chance from Amazon? I heard its finale was bad. I just wanted to know your opinions about it. Because in my case, I keep skipping movies or series. Like I don't know. I don't really like watching the whole thing compared to before. Maybe that's just me. But when I watch like a series, I kind of skip over it